Hey, what's going on? If you look behind me, you can see a cat. Where she is? She's trying to like bathe, kind of. You ever look in the camera and go, I look pretty greasy. I don't feel tremendously greasier, but I definitely look greasier. Helium, Requiem for a Dream. It's beatbox. That's all I know. I definitely know Helium, but it's been a while. It's been a hot minute. Shogo also has a track that's out that I want to do. So if you want me to do the Shogo, let me know. Probably won't really influence me, but it makes me feel good that you might tell me. Or you could just say, no, don't do it, and I'll probably still do it anyways. Helium, Requiem for a Dream. And if you really, really want to know something that may or may not matter, I can see on my levels meter that it's like hovering around the minus 45 dB range, minus 40, and it's got to be from the air conditioning. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm thinking about it. I shouldn't think about it, because either you can hear it or you can't. My mic's like way too far away. These are all things I should fix, but why? Why? Okay, fine. One last thing that you don't know. That's a Yeti mic up here that's mounted. The stand is the door stopper for my room. There. There's all the things that you don't need to know that I feel like telling you. So in case you can't keep your door open and you've got a Yeti that's already mounted somewhere, and you just take the stand that came with it and use the stand because it's heavy enough as a door stopper. I said that twice now. I could say it 3 times, but I won't. I think it's kind of like it's a scale that tags the 5. Oh, no, it's high. That is our 1. So it's not like he's walking down 3, 2, 1, 5. 3, 2, 1, 5. Well, actually, I have a guitar here. Let's see if I'm right. I'm just curious. What key was he in? Was it major or minor? There we go. That's minor. I was right. It was 3, 2, 1, 5. 3, 2, 1, 5. Which clearly puts us in the key of minor. And if my guitar is in tune, I don't know if it is. In this case, it would be F sharp minor. But I actually don't know if my guitar's in tune. So let's say F sharp minor-ish. We're the key of F sharp minor. Sounds like a damn horse. Oh, the I'm assuming that's either 4 chord or a 5 chord in the key of F sharp minor. So we gotta get that. Yeah, he just goes up, so it goes scale degree 4, 3, 2, 3. You could argue that's 5 or 4. So the song already is basically. That's chordal analysis on the fly, or harmonic structure on the fly. I will try not to do any more of that. It just seemed like it was sticking in my head, and I was like, dude, is this actually right in my head? Because still to this day, it freaks me out when I think about the notes first, and then they're correct on the instrument, because I didn't learn how to do that until way later on in life. So every time it happens, I'm like, it's magic. Seriously. I used to fail all of those classes in music school. I failed like my first year, failed them like every exam. Luckily, they blended the grades together. There's 2 parts of a class. One was theoretical, one was ear training, and they combined the grades. I crushed the theory and got like almost straight hundreds, and I got straight Fs on the ear training. And then when they blended them, I had like a B-. Wow, we're never gonna make it through this video. Bass? What? What was that? So I'm not going to try to play it. This bass is static. I assume it's the root note, not really thinking about it. And then when it first shifted, it went up, and then it came back to where it started. The next time it shifted, it went down, came back to where it started. And something that's kind of weird to wrap your mind around, I'm not going to try to explain it, but when you have a repeated note, a repeated chord, and it moves temporarily, very temporarily, either up or down, you basically treat it as if the chord never moved. It's still essentially the first chord the whole time, and you can kind of think of it as either an upper or lower decoration, for a better word. Like if I was going to put chords on it, I wouldn't say there's like multiple chords. It's like basically one chord, and you're kind of like swaying in a sea of oneness, where one is your tonic harmony. In this case, F sharp minor. Nice. Water drops. That's fucking unreal. This last time he did the bass, it went up, up. When it goes up, up, you can still, now you can kind of argue, is it the same original chord or did it change for a second? And why that matters is if you're composing or improvising, you want to know, am I decorating, let's say we're F sharp minor. So our one chord is F sharp minor. Our 5 chord is C sharp 7. It could be C sharp minor if we're staying in a modal arrangement. So basically, you want to know, am I making a melody over F sharp minor, or am I making a melody over C sharp 7? Because then it changes your note choices. And if you think it could be both, then you have access to both sets of pitches, pitch collections, if you could pick from the bag of notes, right? 7 notes in a scale, but depending on which bag you pick, you get different notes. So you could play anything you want, but it might sound terrible. So it's nice to have a starting spot of what to do, how to compose or improvise. And improvisation is basically spontaneous composition. So composing and improvisation are two sides of the same coin. Just one is done in real time. That's awesome. So I haven't complimented him on this yet. The tone of everything he's doing is just delightful, sensuous, decadent, comforting. The technique is probably nuts on what he's doing, but it sounds effortless and it sounds relaxing. It makes me feel comfortable. He's like so in command of the sound. I feel comfortable. Let's go back. There's a pause right here. Let's see if I can find it. Right there. Let's see if I can. That note he left out is a really important note, and that little silence, it's a really defining note, and he left it out. And I don't know this guy, but I'm positive when he was doing this arrangement, he heard that note in his head and decided not to do it. I don't even care what he says. I know that if you're doing these little scalar motifs, your ear, even if you don't even know the theory, your ear will naturally start pushing you in certain directions. And he took out one of the most important notes to make room for the drop. Off. So now I said you have the little small counter melodies or melodic fragments. So now the bass motion is actually, I think of it, it is a bass line, but it's a counter melody to the upper melody, because now you have two little small ideas happening, but in very far apart registers, and they're rhythmically moving in different units. You know, half notes versus sixteenths or whatever. He's not in sixteenths, but you know what I'm saying. He's got smaller subdivisions up top in the high register and lower subdivisions or lower note durations in the bass. That's giving us the contrast. Music is always contrast. Unless it's meditation, it's always contrast. Meditation, not contrast. Very static. Everything else, contrast. Actually, I know this bass line. You probably know this from everywhere too. And I'm going to keep using numbers and hopefully you'll figure out what I'm talking about. So when we're in the key of F sharp minor and I say 1, I'm talking about the first note, F sharp. If I say 5, I'm talking about the 5th note, C sharp. He's doing 1 flat 6 to 5. Flat 6 to 5. If I'm going to do this in F sharp minor, I have to go up an octave because I don't have enough notes down low. 1 to flat 6, 5. Oh, that sounds like too funky. I don't know how to do it. How do we do our 6? Now I'm playing those as dominant 7s. He hasn't really given me enough notes to let me know they're dominant 7s. I'm just making a choice. I could have played them as major chords or minor chords. I just picked a choice, and I might be wrong, but so there. If you look up 1 to flat 6 to 5 in a minor key, you will literally find at least dozens of hit songs, if not 100 hit songs that you already know and love that use exactly that structure for the chords. I mean, all types of trap, EDM, beatboxing, blues. It's everywhere. It's like one of the go-tos of playing in a minor key. For real, dog. Flat 6 to the 5, resolve up to. Rhythmic variation. He's still doing the same chords as before. It's the same structure. He's just now increased the speed of the rhythm. He's changed his rhythmic variation, or you can think of it a theme and variation based on rhythm. Still flat 6 to 5. That's our 1. Still flat 6. 5. Ooh, he went lower than 5. Did he go down to flat 2? He did not go down to flat 2. Did he go down that low? If he did, that would be fucking fire. It's so low, it's kind of hard for my ears to hear it. Come on, guitar, stay where you are. He went lower. I know he went lower. I'm not sure where he went. I'm not going back. I mean, I'm going back, but I'm not going to go back and re-sound it out. That's all chromatic. Ah, it's dope. Okay, so I got so distracted by myself listening to him that I forgot about the musician he is. He is doing a fantastic job of staying on pitch and moving between the chords, like one chord and the 5 chord, the melodic fragments, the 3, 2, 1, 5, or whatever it is. In music school, this would be it wouldn't be anywhere near this complicated, but what he's doing is actually like a final exam for ear training. They give you chord progressions in a certain key, they give you the starting pitch, and then you have to sing your way through the progressions and the arpeggios, some going up and some going down, and they keep track of where you stay, right? Because like you might they call it pitch drift. You may stay roughly in tune, but by the end of the test, you're a half step higher or a half step lower than where you should be. And he is dancing through it and keeping track of all the pitches and just doing it expertfully, masterfully, just crushing it, absolutely crushing it. And not compromising his... The first thing to go when you're trying to keep track of pitches is quality. And he's just sounds beautiful as he's keeping track of all of these notes. And it's a combination of leaps and steps. Steps are like walking up and down a staircase. 3, 2, 1, right? So you're walking up and down. But then arpeggios are like jumping between stairs. And he's mixing them up and keeping track of them and just crushing it, really. And going up and down and changing rhythms and jumping between the bass and all this other junk. Dude, to drop that low and hit the bass, not only to make the bass sound that cool, but to hit it in tune when you jump that large of a register gap, that's crazy. Oh, that's different. Okay, I get it. That's awesome. I really dug that. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up, Improver and Terrace? What's going on, guys? I've reacted to that video before. That's also pretty fucking spectacular. Well, if you made it this far, you deserve a fucking cookie or an award or something, because this is one of my most ADHD brain jumping around things ever. If you made it this far, you should like and subscribe, not because I want you to, but because you have a problem. There's something wrong with you if you made it this far, and you should subscribe to channels that you're crazy like. You should not be here unless you walked out of the room and the video kept playing. In which case, don't subscribe. If you left the room and the video just kept playing, don't subscribe. That's not good. Don't do that. That's what my mama said. My mama and my grandmama. They both said, I'm out this bitch.